to the first episode of Convo, produced by the Gazzetti, and I'm joined by Fatima. TIMA, aka TIMA. All right. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You ready?
Yes.
So you've just recently released a new song.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? How's it going?
Great, actually. This might be one of my best releases, actually. It's right now on YouTube. It's gotten up to 6K views, which is really good for me, an upcoming artist. It's really good. It just happened. It happened to show up on people's suggested on YouTube, which literally never happens.
Wow.
That's so lucky, literally.
That's actually so cool.
I know. So just thank God. But yeah, it's doing really, really well.
You're like an independent artist. How is the process been trying to break into the industry? So finding producers to work with or writing, how's that been?
Yeah, well, for me, honestly, I feel like I got so lucky. At first, I think that was that was really what held me back from even starting music, because I was like, how am I gonna get beats? How am I gonna do this, do that? But then I started getting beats on YouTube, and that's how it really started. And then I started talking to one of my friends who I didn't even know at the time, but he apparently worked at a music production company, and I'm like, oh, that's convenient. So they started helping me get the music in really good quality, especially for my level and stuff. So I'm just very blessed to have found them.
So how did you get into music?
I've always sang since I was younger. My mom sings. She was singing in the choir since I was a kid. I went to a school in the United States, and I sang in the contemporary music band there, lead singer. And I sang a lot of R&B. My music teacher at the time told me I should get more into soul music, so I did, and that helped me find my sound a lot. And we'd have rehearsal after school, but then I'd stay for hours after just singing whatever I wanted, because we had Bluetooth, so I could play any instrumental, any song, and I just practiced a lot. And that's how but I've always known I wanted to be a singer.
So your family seems to be very musical, but who was your inspiration growing up in terms of from the music industry?
Funny enough, my mom's very Christian, right?
Yeah.
So she didn't actually let me she didn't actually let me watch music channels and stuff. Yeah. So don't get me wrong, I would hear the basics, the really famous songs by Riri, Rihanna, and things like that. But my main inspiration was actually Disney Channel, because no.
Disney Channel.
Till this day, nobody can tell me nothing. Disney has some bops. It did. Some of the best pop music of our time. But yeah, growing up, a lot of Disney. It wasn't actually until I went to my school in Switzerland that I realized I actually didn't know a lot of music. Seriously, because my mom was very strict on because the music channels, you know how they be sometimes. Yeah, exactly.
The music videos.
Yeah. But I think it was more when I went to boarding school that I started getting more into Beyonce, Rihanna. Right now, Arya Starr, obviously, because she's the biggest Nigerian female, and it's great to have someone like her, because I didn't really have that growing up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say right now my biggest inspiration might be Arya Starr.
What has been your favorite song to make so far?
To make?
Yeah.
Wow. The creating process?
Yeah.
I'd say my song Angels, that was my first single. Yeah. And that's just because when I first made it, I wrote it on a completely different beat than the beat we used. I found a beat on YouTube and I wrote over that, and the plan was to just release it on that. But then when I started working with certain people, they were like, no, let me remake the beat, trust me, this beat is disturbing me. Let me just change the beat, and then they changed it up and it came out way better than I thought it would. So I'd have to say Angels, just for the creating process.
So how would you describe your vibe, your sound?
My sound? See, here's the thing, I try to be, well, I would say I try, but I'm quite diverse in what I listen to and what I make. So I listen to a lot of pop. Okay. So I have pop, and I also have Afro, because obviously I'm Nigerian. So I'll listen to a lot of Afro, and then I'll try to make things like that. All Eyes on Me is an Afro pop R&B kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. I'll say I'm a fusion of different sounds, because I have a lot of different things coming out. So yeah.
And what's next for you? What project are you working on? You don't have to tell us everything, every detail, but what's in the works that people should be looking out for?
Well, I got a few singles coming out first. If I would give tips to especially independent artists like me, I'd say you should release singles rather than bodies of work to catch people's attention, and then after you caught their attention with the singles, then release a body of work, because that's what I'm trying to do. My plan is to actually release a few singles, and then I'm going to release a deluxe of my old EP that I had called Identity. Yeah. I'm going to release basically a longer version of that with all the new singles and maybe a couple more.
What would you want your impact to be on the music industry?
My impact? I would like to show all the young girls and stuff that you can make clean music and still make it really big in the industry. There's a conception that like you have to like sound a certain way or like maybe use certain words or even dress a certain way sometimes to make it in the industry. I want to show people you can be classy and you know you can make, you don't have to swear, you don't have to do too much, you know, and you can send a good message out. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
I always ask this question to anyone I interview. What is your advice for your future self?
My future self?
Yeah.
My future self. Maybe don't worry so much. I have a habit of worrying a lot. Like, I'm like, oh my God, what if this song doesn't do well? What if I don't write a song better than this? All this stuff. And all the people I work with, they always telling me, girl, calm down. Like, get numbers first. But yeah, I'd say just don't stress too much. Just trust God always.
Always. Thank you, TIMA, for joining us. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Subscribe to her channel.
Subscribe.
And mine too.
Yeah. Bye.